God's decision to create humans was a pivotal moment. He wanted beings who could choose to love Him freely. But this choice came with a risk, the possibility of rebellion. When Lucifer heard the news about humanity, something changed in him. He watched as God crafted these beings in His own image. Jealousy and pride crept into Lucifer's heart like a silent poison. He had always been the most beautiful, the most powerful. Now these humans threatened his position. Lucifer convinced himself that he deserved more. After all, wasn't he the light-bearer, the guardian of God's throne? The Bible warns us about this dangerous path. Proverbs 16:18 says, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." But Lucifer was blinded by his own radiance. As Lucifer's resentment towards God grew, he began to question God's decisions and authority. These thoughts festered in his mind, growing stronger each day. He stood at a crossroads, facing the most important decision of his existence. Would he accept God's plan or forge his own path? The tension in heaven was palpable. Other angels sensed the change in Lucifer. Some were drawn to his charisma, his passionate arguments. Others recoiled, sensing the danger in his words. Lucifer's next decision would change the universe forever. In a moment of cosmic defiance, he chose rebellion. He would not serve. He would not bow. He would challenge God Himself. The perfect angel had become the ultimate rebel. But what would be the consequences of his actions? And how would this rebellion affect the newly created humans? Lucifer's secret plan turned heaven's harmony into chaos, setting the stage for the great deception. Once God's favored angel, Lucifer launched a cunning campaign to sway others. His tactics were masterful, using flattery and twisting God's words to make angels feel special, yet underappreciated. Why should God alone receive all the worship, he asked. Aren't we worthy of adoration too? These questions stirred unease among other angels. Lucifer painted a picture of a new order, free from God's rules. As his influence grew, a divide formed in heaven. Some angels remained loyal to God, but others were drawn to Lucifer's charismatic speeches. The once peaceful realm now buzzed with tension. The Bible warns us about such deception. In Corinthians 11:14 it says, "Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light." Lucifer was living up to this description, using his God-given beauty and wisdom to lead others astray. Lucifer's rebellion wasn't just about him. He dragged countless others down with him. He promised freedom, power, and glory to those who joined him. But at what cost? As the rebellion gained momentum, loyal angels watched in horror. They saw their brothers and sisters turning away from God, falling for Lucifer's lies. The once unified heavenly host was now fractured, with battle lines being drawn. Yet, not all angels were fooled. Many saw through his deception, recognizing the danger in his rebellious thoughts. They clung to their faith in God, trusting in His wisdom and love. The tension in heaven reached a boiling point. Angels were forced to choose sides. Would they remain loyal to God or join Lucifer's rebellion? The decision would shape their destiny for all eternity. Finally, the full extent of Lucifer's deception was revealed. 1/3 of all angels had chosen to follow him. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? Millions of heavenly beings created to serve God now stood in opposition to him. This massive rebellion set the stage for an unprecedented event. Heaven, a place of eternal peace, was about to witness its first war. The cosmic battle between good and evil was poised to begin, with consequences that would ripple through all of creation. But what would this war look like? How could beings of light and spirit engage in battle? And what would be the fate of Lucifer and his rebel angels? The answers to these questions would shock the universe and change the course of history forever.